watching us. Good morning to everyone watching us and welcome. As the great bard William Shakespeare has said, all the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. If life is like theatre and theatres have shut down, it's nice that here in the Cathedral and John Connon School, we do not let life or the theatre limit us. Our inter-house dramatic competition is one with a difference. It is theatre without a stage, no accent lighting, no upstage or downstage, no curtain calls, and our audience is going to be as far-flung as the globe. And we have more new formulas than mother's milk. Adaptation is the key, my friends. For after all, as Einstein has said, the measure of intelligence is your ability to change. So our wonderful school head and dean, Mrs. Meera Isaacs, said it can be done. We debated and she won. She usually does. Our fabulous students got to work, wrote the scripts, polished the words, distributed roles, studied parts, and got cracking with heart to heart. Enthusiasm flowing like golden champagne, conversations, conferences, headaches, and pain. It went something like this. It's supposed to be one long shot to keep it like theater and whatnot. No second take, no makeup cake. Remember, COVID regulation. Rehearsals, no invitations. Don't meet. But your performance must be a treat, a tall order. Then even professionals the world over scratched their heads and gave up. Have the cathedralites succeeded? I leave it to you to judge. As for me, I'm going to wrap myself in stars and watch the sunrise on dramatic cathedral style. Different strokes for different folks. Now, let me introduce you to our stunning panel of judges. First, we have Miss Vibha Bakshi, filmmaker, journalist, founder of Responsible Films, a bachelor's degree in science, an honorary doctorate from the Boston University, maker of such films as Daughters of Mother India and the hauntingly indelible Sunrise. Ms. Bakshi doesn't just make good films, she makes unforgettable ones. No wonder then, she is the recipient of 4 national awards. 4. Need I say more? No, I don't need to say any more. Our second judge is the very lovely Miss Perizad Zorabian, a lady with a smile more dazzling than all the lights of Broadway. Miss Zorabian is a Mumbai University gold medalist, a trained Western classical ballet dancer, a trained actor from the Lee Strasberg Institute in New York, and an MBA in marketing from City University in New York. Having created a unique niche for herself as an actress in independent offbeat cinema, Perizad is now full-time director of her family business, Zorabian Chicken. And under her leadership, Zorabian has become a pan-India brand, synonymous with a range of premium quality chicken products. Mother, actor, entrepreneur. Perizad plays every role with passion and to perfection. Now, you cannot be a theatre goer in Mumbai without hearing the name Rael Padamsee, our third judge. She started acting at the age of 15, directed at 16, and started her own production company at 19. Ms. Padamsee's speech and drama courses for children have helped over 100,000 children find a voice, and a trained one too. She has produced, directed, and acted in over 100 plays. Remember Anything But Love, starring Mandira Bedi and Sameer Soni, or Unfaithfully Yours, the iconic My Fair Lady. Ms. Padamsi has started the Create Foundation, that is research in education, arts, and theatre empowerment in the loving memory of Pearl Padamsi and Ali Padamsi. Its mission is to empower and educate children from marginalized backgrounds with leadership, teamwork, self-confidence, and communication skills through the medium of drama and creative arts. Her list of awards are long and dazzling. We know most of them. In fact, we know all of them, and we love her for it. So I'm not going to repeat that for you. Welcome all once again, and without further ado, let the show begin. The theme, as you all know, is thriller. The order of houses are Barham, Savage, Wilson, and Palmer. This is as per the winners list of the 2019-20 Hindi Dramatics. So the first house to captivate us is Barham House. Let's see what they have in store for us. Okay, over to you.
How's she never on time? Good evening. This is Reena Mishra's husband speaking. Could you please tell me how much longer she's gonna take at the office today? Oh, okay. Are you sure that she's left? Because she still hasn't reached home. No. I can't call her. She's forgotten her phone at home today. But thanks anyway.
Mrs. Reena Mishra, the prosecutor from Bombay's infamous insider trading scandal, has been missing for 2 days and is yet to be pronounced dead. The police will begin investigating suspects this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Okay, when was she last seen? Okay, thank you. Yes, we'll try our best. Thank you.
Shalini, it's 6 a.m. What's wrong with you? We work for the government, yeah. It's not like our salary actually depends on doing work.
Don't you care about helping these people who need us? Come on, do your job, Anjali.
Excuse me? I took a job as a police officer in India for a reason. It's not like all this actual work was supposed to be part of the job description.
Okay, first we have the couple's niece, Kia Mishra.
Ooh, what a hottie!
Hey, her file says she also lives in Thane.
Thane? Who told you that? No, that is incorrect information actually.
So Kia, what were you doing on the 20th of August?
Bro, actually, I spent the day with Bhaiya only. Like, he's almost like my bestie. Papa's doing too much since Reena auntie snitched and told him I scratched the mark. So I needed someone to like supervise all my chores and stuff.
Wait, Bhaiya? Ramu Kaka said he gave you the day off yesterday. He says you give him the day off every month. You couldn't have spent the day with him.
Arey, don't look at me now, yeah. I'm so fed up. Full day she says bhaiya, this, bhaiya, that. Arey, how much bhaiya, bhaiya? That day though I said bus. Now bhaiya is busy. You go do what you want. I'm watching my Tarak Mehta ka Ulta Chashma.
Sorry, did I say bhaiya? I'm sorry, it's a habit. I took a cab yesterday, but only because I had to. It's just easier that way.
Shalini? She seems like she's lying, huh? I saw the way she eyed me up and down when I took a taxi. She's not the taxi type.
Look, Kea, tell us exactly where you were the day Reena Mishra went missing.
I spent the day at Palladium. Yes, the full day. Don't look at me like that. It's an experience. I needed a new bag because that two-faced Neha keeps copying all the ones I already have. I can't let these people think I'm like them. What will happen to my brand if people think it's easy to be me? That's the reason I went alone. Instagram needed to see this on my arm first. And if I took that airhead Neha with me, that would never happen. Who? Neha? Oh, she's my best friend.
No, drop the act, Kea. You are constantly surrounded by your parents, staff and friends. That day, the one day we need your exact location, your Instagram is inactive, Find My Friends app is disabled, and the only thing that can prove you're not lying is your receipt. Where were you?
Actually, ma'am, her receipt shows an expenditure of only 3,000 rupees for that bag. And I mean, if I can afford it, even I can tell something's wrong.
Kea!
I'm sorry! I was at Fashion Street shopping for fake Prada.
Can you please keep it down? Reena's mom is next. Okay, so, how do you know the victim?
What did you just say to me? Did you ask me that question, detective? I'm her mother! Her mother! How are you the two most competent people they could find for this case? She isn't dead! She can't be dead! You have to find her! Promise me you'll find her!
Look at this! The next one's name is Gangu Ben!
Honestly, why is everyone so surprised at this point? They used to keep the whole neighborhood awake with that constant drama. I mean, I don't understand how a married couple who is that stubborn could go a single day without killing each other. Oops. I mean, but it couldn't be that poor boy Pankaj. That's Sarah's chokra. When there are women like this Anita who exist. Oh, you don't know? That goody two-shoot secretary that Reena's always working with? I mean, it's not my place to tell you, so like, don't tell anyone. But I couldn't think of a more obvious suspect.
Look, Miss Kapoor, anonymous tip aside, doesn't it seem awfully convenient to you, being a friend of the couple and Reena's assistant, just happened to inherit an impressive amount of money from Reena's will right when all your loans seem to be due?
I don't know what you're trying to insinuate, but I promise you this job pays me well enough. I knew nothing about the contents of Reena's will. How would I? Let alone the fact that I was in it. I spent day after day at this very office with her, and she's grown to be the closest thing I have to family. Pankaj and I don't know what we'll do without her.
Miss, I'm really sorry. We're just trying to help. All we need is the alibi the night of his disappearance. Would you mind telling us that?
Well, since you already know about my financial struggles, I've been covering some extra shifts for Reena recently. It's the only way she was able to justify paying me a bonus that I really needed. Pankaj called me that day and he told me about the surprise he had planned for her. So I stayed back late to finish some paperwork.
Anita Kapoor, even you must admit, it's slightly convenient that there's no one else who can corroborate your whereabouts on that day.
Excuse me, Pankaj can. Did you even check with him? I'm the reason he even called you that day in the first place.
We apologize, miss. We do.
He called me at around 8 p.m. and I told him Reena had left the office a few hours ago. That's all I know.
Okay. Could you please tell us about your tenure in government law?
I joined here 3 years ago. I had no experience in the legal profession, honestly. I just wanted to help people. Since I didn't have the experience required to be a paralegal, I started to work as Reena's assistant and I've been here ever since.
Interesting.
It's really not that interesting. And I think we're done here.
Three years ago, wasn't that right after Reena won the Karan Joshi trial? Anjali, hand me that file. Miss Kapoor?
What? We found your divorce papers.
What about them?
You had custody of your son Karan with your ex-husband. And your name before you started working here was Anita Joshi.
I promise you it wasn't me. I just didn't mention it because I knew it would look exactly like this to all of you. I love Reena. I would never do anything to hurt her. Besides, what happened to my son? It wasn't her fault. Her bosses forced her to win that case against him. And she knew. She knew my poor Karan was innocent all along. And her lawyers could do nothing to protect him. The guilt still haunts her every single day. It's one of the first things she told me when she started working here. But of course she doesn't know. None of these people do. If they knew, they'd never have hired me. Please try to understand.
Miss Joshi, if you're actually as innocent as you claim to be, why did you tell us all of this to begin with? We're here to help you.
Help me! Help me! Do you have any idea what it's like? Listening to you people preach to us all day, standing on some moral high ground. Stop! Please stop telling people like me. Have faith in your system. I'm living proof of the fact that it's broken. You get to label your actions as a service to society and call it a day. But what about me? I spent every day of my life, every second of the past 3 years, reliving that trial.
Ma'am, we can't imagine how traumatic that must have been for you.
But please try to understand how this could be perceived as a potential motive for murdering Reena Mishra.
Anjali?
That's okay. Did I do it? I wish I had done it. But just because I'm hurt and angry doesn't mean that I would stoop so low as to ruin Reena's life. I think about my Karan every single day. And while the grief in me would have definitely motivated me to kill her myself, the mother in me wants to make him proud. All I want is to live the rest of my life knowing that my son would approve of the work I do here. Please believe me. I didn't come here to get my hands dirty. I just want to restore some sense of justice into another mother's world.
Your Honor, the prosecution finds Mr. Joshi guilty on 2 counts.
With respect to the 2 counts of money laundering and insider trading, the Supreme Court of India finds Karan Joshi guilty.
To ensure that nobody had to feel the helplessness and hurt that my husband and I did when we saw our hard-working, honest and innocent son thrown into a world of darkness and crime. You think after all of that I would fear prison? Please, on finding the slightest shred of evidence, I'll turn myself in. But until then, please let me go. Hello? Hi. Don't worry. No one suspects a thing.
Mr. Mishra, sir!
Please leave me alone! Go away!
Please breathe, it'll be alright.
You couldn't find out who it was, could you? I said let me go! You couldn't find the person responsible for this, could you? More public servants failing to help the people they aim to serve. What's even sadder is that I entrusted the case to my missing wife with you people. Taxpayers spend their money to change your luxuries into necessities. And what do? You don't even care.
Sir, while we wish there was any other way we could help, we analyzed this case from every possible angle and we couldn't find any concrete evidence. 2 days later, we only have one false lead.
We have to ask, sir, what were you doing that day?
Can't you see? It's all perfect anyways. I would like to ask you to leave me alone if you can't answer my questions. The person responsible for this is probably scot-free and sleeps satisfied every night, knowing that they robbed everyone in Bombay of the false sense of safety they once had. People will crave a time before they knew that these medals and guns aren't going to protect them from anything.
So we understand that losing your wife must be hard. So please let us know how we can help.
Wait, so you think all of this is still about Veena? Quite convenient that you people don't even remember the place where you went wrong. You even believe that I was Pankaj Mishra. I'm not surprised. It's not like you all met me before.
Shalini!
I was in Indore with my ex-wife. My Karan was taken away from me for the rest of his life. Anita had already won custody over him. And this was the second time my son was taken away from me. And that was it. Anita might have been bound by her duty as a mother, but my duty as his father was to protect him. So I waited, day after day, for the longest 3 years of my life, waiting for the day I could end the exams. And that's what made it all so easy, waiting for revenge. Don't look at me like that. Not some mass murderer or sociopath. Ever since the day my son was dragged from me and taken to jail, voices have haunted my head as a reminder of how we all failed him. And every single day since then, I've been trying to silence them. So, when I got the chance, I seized it. I see you quivering, as if I'm going to attack you any minute now. But don't worry, life's funny like that. It'll smother all of your optimism into extinction, like a once brilliant flame. Like the dying flickers of a struggling victim as they gracefully transition from person to corpse. Do you not hear her, Shalini? Clawing and scratching back there where I've kept her for days. It goes louder every single moment. I'm unable to sleep at night. It keeps me up. Do you want to see her, Shalini? Come, I'll show you.
Okay, that was really lovely. Baramahals, well done. Now we'll give our judges a little time to think about what they saw and write down their scores. Judges, do give us a thumbs up when you all are done. Ah, I can see one judge is done. Oh, there are two of them. I will just wait for the last one. Yes, wonderful. Okay. Thank you so much. Next, we have the Savage House. What surprise do they have in store for us? Let's see. Savage House, all the best.
None of you can touch me. This sword is mine. Where am I? Get custody. I can't live without her. Court proceedings are being recorded for the purpose of evidence.
Your Honor, there is no circumstance in which my client can be convicted of the charge of attempted murder, as she was clearly not of sound mind at the time of the crime.
You don't have a shred of evidence. Your Honor, not only are they making baseless claims, but Mrs. Singh has no history of mental illness. She did this. Mr. Singh is now in a hospital, in a coma, with this child crying herself to sleep because of this woman's actions. She deserves to be punished.
Mr. Sinha, your client is a real monster!
Gentlemen, Mr. Mehta, Mr. Sinha, civil behavior and stick to the case. If you do not act like professional lawyers, I will have you held in contempt of my courtroom. Mr. Sinha, you may now call Mr. Singh to the stand, provided you can talk to her with some level of conduct.
Yes, Your Honor. I apologize. I now call Mrs. Singh to the stand.
Mr. Singh, what are you doing? Put that down on the curb before the stand or else.
What? What are you going to do about it? None of you can touch me. This sword is mine. I own this place. I own all of you. And if anyone dares to touch me, you'll see what pain this hammer can bring.
Excuse me.
Who are you? Justice V.P. Rastogi. Mr. Rastogi, take this. What are you going to do with it, huh? Hit me? Make me cry like every other man? Ah! I'm done with you men. I'm done with all of you. You never make me cry.
Mrs. Singh! Deal it!
Get off of me, please! What's up? Where am I? What did I do? Is someone hurt? Please! Please! Stop! Stop! I can't go to jail! Please! Help me! Papa!
Gentlemen, please take a seat. Mrs. Singh's behavior today has complicated the court's proceedings. Even though there is no psychological statement backing her claim, it is obvious that she is not of sound mind. I will be postponing this trial for 2 weeks, during which she will be held in psychiatric facility and she will be evaluated by a psychologist. This session of the court is now adjourned.
Hi Aarti, I'm Varun Agarwal and I'll be your psychologist. Just letting you know that this meeting is being recorded and will be used as evidence in the court of law. I've also taken the liberty to acquaint myself with your court case to better help treat your condition. Yeah, please don't think of yourself as my patient, think of yourself as my friend, and we'll go at your pace, so absolutely no pressure. How about we start with the basic evaluation? I saw in your case that you tried to attack the judge with a gavel. Could you please tell me why that happened?
No, I don't remember anything. I was called up to the stand and it was all just a blur. I swear I didn't mean to hurt anyone.
And I'm sure that you didn't, but these blackouts that you speak of, when did they begin?
I had my first blackout about 5 years ago, but in the last year or so, they've been occurring more frequently.
Okay, have there been any radical changes going on in your life?
No, nothing like that. He hit me for the first time.
What? Aarti, who hit you? I need to know, Aarti, who hit you?
I've never said this before, but my husband, Shan, when we were getting married, I was at the peak of my career. And he was just starting this new business. I guess it wasn't going that well. I got offered this promotion. I told him about it and he said, don't take it.
What?
I asked him why and he said, because I'm your husband. Like I'm some sort of slave. I refused. I took the job. He was agitated and angry and that's when he hit me for the first time.
Aarti, I'm so sorry that you have to go through something like that. You said that he hit you for the first time. Has there been more than once?
Yeah, earlier he would only hit me when we got into some sort of argument, but recently, every little thing, anything that happens at work, he takes out his frustration on me. And what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? I can't leave him. We have a beautiful daughter. And he comes from a long line of lawyers. If anything would happen, he would get custody. And I can't live without her. I can't.
Okay, I just have one question. Could you please tell me the events that transpired before your husband entered his coma?
Yeah, so I was having these blackouts and I wanted to see a psychologist. I did. But Shan doesn't believe in therapy. I came home that night and he was watching TV and he was in one of his terrible moods and we got into an argument. I don't know what it was about. I don't remember anything. The next morning, the police were there and they were arresting me. And Shan was in a coma because of some head injuries. I don't know what happened.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe we should end it here today. Thank you so much for your candor.
Come, Sid! Come! Ammi! Hey, Ammi! What now? This is your new roommate, Aarti.
Hi, I'm Aarti.
Hi, I'm Ammi. Nice to meet you. So, tell me, Aarti, what's your story? What brought you to this hellhole of an asylum? Oh, and were you assigned a psychologist too?
Yeah, Varun Agarwal.
Oh, the same one I was assigned. Anyway, why are you here?
You know, it's a long story.
Don't worry. I've got all the time in the world.
So that's my story. I'm pretty much just living for Nandini at this point.
Nandini?
I didn't tell you? Nandini, my daughter. I love her more than anyone in the world and she's the only reason I tolerate my monster of a husband.
I understand. I have a son too. His name is Arhan. He's very important to me. That's why I'm here. You know, my ex-husband, he thinks I'm a schizophrenic. And he wants complete custody of Arhan.
Wait, this sounds familiar. Oh my god, are you Ammi Ahuja?
Yes, I am. How did you know?
No, never mind.
No, tell me.
Your case is also being tried by Justice.
Yes, it is. How do you know? You're starting to scare me.
No, don't worry. It's nothing.
No, Aarti, tell me. Aarti, this is the kind of thing that triggers my illness. I can feel my blood pressure rising. I might have a fit. Just tell me.
Okay, Ammi, what I'm about to tell you has to stay between you and me, okay?
Okay.
I was called to the stand and I saw some papers on the judge's desk and I can't be sure, but they had your name and the details of your case on it.
Oh, that's it. Oh, thank God.
No, that's not it. There was something else. In big red letters, like a stamp of some sort.
What was it?
I'm so sorry. It said no custody. No. No. That's not possible. I'm recovering. Ami, it's going to be fine. I'm getting better. No. You are going to. No. It's going to be fine. No. I can't lose him like this. Am I around? No. Ami, it's going to be fine. Nurse, I think she's having a fit. Ami. Hello, Mr. Agarwal.
Oh, look who it is. Miss Mentally Unstable. Come, sit. Huh. You know, I've heard many interpretations of that word. Crazy. I mean, we're all unstable or crazy in our own ways, right? So how can you define the borders of sanity and what it takes to cross them? Maybe it's the occasional hysterical fit to be labeled a lunatic. Maybe you have a seizure or blackout. Forget about attacking the judge with a gavel.
No, I didn't.
Or maybe you try to kill your husband and fake a psychological disorder to get out of it.
I didn't fake anything.
Sounds pretty crazy, right?
Mr. Agarwal, what are you talking about?
I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Do you remember this day? Well, of course you do. How can you forget the day where you basically perjured yourself? You think you can make a fool out of me? You thought I wouldn't notice? There was no alter personality at all. No blackouts even. You remember everything on the judge's desk.
No, I don't.
Including the details of Ami's case. You read out a final verdict, didn't you? You know it said no custody.
How did you? I didn't say anything. I don't know anything.
I'm sure Ami made all kinds of promises to you about how she wouldn't tell anyone about what you saw. I just received a frantic phone call from her saying how her roommate, Miss Aarti Singh, told her about the final verdict.
No, I didn't.
Ami is the real victim here, and she still felt she owed it to me to tell the truth.
I'm sorry.
Well, now I know your truth, and soon I won't be the only one.
No, you know what that man did to me and Nandini. I feared every meal with him. Every sleepless night I lay beside him. Please believe me. You don't know the half of it. Please.
Well, you're legally innocent for another 30 minutes, so how about you try and explain it to me? Hello? Yeah. No, not right now, yeah? I'll call you later. Yeah? Okay. Love you. Bye.
What do I do now?
What do I do? Should I report her or not?
I can't leave Nandini alone. She's all I have and I'm all she has. And I know pretending to be crazy was crazy, but I had no choice.
I mean, her husband used to beat her. And in most cases, the trauma of domestic violence is enough to result in a psychological disorder. But no, what am I thinking? Her child. Oh God, her child. With her mom in prison and her dad in a coma, the child will enter foster care. She's what, 13? She can't live like this. I'll have to be leaving her alone with no one in the world. And that's... I don't know what to do. She's just getting used to the fact that her father is in a coma. I cannot be thinking so sad.
I can't spend 5 days in this godforsaken asylum without her. Forget 5 years. With Sean out of the picture, we could actually be happy. But now it's all over. Because of me.
What she did was wrong. Even though she did it for her daughter, what she did was wrong. And what about my reputation? I could lose my license. Is it really worth it all for one client? No, it's not. And that's why I'm going to have to take the stand against her. But has she paid for her sins? I mean, a judge may find her guilty, but is she really?
Excuse me, are you one of Mama's lawyers?
Actually...
No, please let me finish. I need to say this out loud. My mother's always protected me from my father. I can't let this happen to her. I can't let her take the fall for me. She shouldn't be taking the blame for me. I have to confess.
What? Confess what?
I did it.
my god, I hate this family. Oh my god, I wish I would have left my hand. What?
I did it! I hit my dad with a glass bottle, but it was just self-defense. My mother's always been protecting me from the monster he is, and I just couldn't take it anymore. But it wasn't on purpose. Papa used to say that we should love him, but Mama and I are scared of him. If you leave me alone with him, I'll get hurt. Please, uncle, please save my mama. Please.
Please don't worry. She's just gone away for a little while. I'm sure you'll be able to see her again.
See her? I don't want to just see her, uncle. You don't know her. You don't know us. We're always a team. Whenever Papa would come home late at night and scream and shout and throw things at us, Mama would always protect me. She used to say to me, I'll never let anything happen to you. And now I can't let anything happen to her. Please, uncle, please, I'll do anything. Just don't take my mama away from me. She said only you can help her.
Please don't cry, okay? We'll try our best.
Please don't leave me alone. Don't do this to me.
I promise I will do everything I can to not let that happen.
Mr. Agarwal, you're required to take the stand in the courtroom.
Alright, Mr. Agarwal, you may now take the stand. There's only one question we want him to answer. What conclusion have you reached?
Your Honor, after hours of sessions with Mrs. Singh, I conclude that she is not afflicted with any psychological disorder.
Right, now,
with your permission, there is something I would like to add. I have learned that it is not Aarti.
No, it is me! I did it!
But her daughter, Nandini, who attacked her father in the act of self-defense.
Mr. Agarwal, that's a serious accusation. Do you have any evidence to back that?
No, he doesn't. No, I don't, Your Honor. But Nandini told me herself. I've been a psychologist for so many years, Your Honor. You have to believe me. But you can't do this. It's not their fault. Please don't convict them.
Your Honor, Mr. Singh has regained consciousness and has an urgent message for his wife and child. With your permission, may I please play it?
Alright, give it to me.
Aarti, I heard you opened up about the details of our relationship to the rest of the world. How dare you? What happens behind closed doors is meant to stay behind them. And as for you, Nandini, if you think I'm ever going to let this go, you're a fool. I guess I have to forgive you because you're just a child, but I am never going to forget. I hate you both. And I wish I'd left this family every time I had the chance.
I think the court now has all the evidence it requires for Mrs. Singh's case. I'll require a few moments to calm my thoughts before the final verdict.
The court will now take a 15-minute recess.
It is clear from Mr. Singh's message that he has verbally dropped all charges against his daughter, who is a minor. However, the court has also taken into consideration the fact that Mrs. Singh has committed perjury and threatened a federal judge. But she will be given no jail time given the abusive nature of her relationship. As for Nandini, the court has taken into consideration that she was raised by an abusive father. And even though she committed a violent crime, the court understands the traumatic incident through which she has faced and considers her attack on her father to be a form of indirect self-defense. Mr. Singh is not a fit father for Nandini. Although all these factors individually would not have been enough to acquit her, the court will understand these circumstances holistically and give full custody of Nandini to her mother, Aarti Singh. The court declares Nandini Singh to be not guilty.
Well, Singh is king. Well done, Savage. Really, very good indeed. I will leave our judges to think about what scores to give you. Zip it. Oh, lovely. Oh, that was quick.
Done.
Oh, wonderful. All three judges then? I think we are waiting for Mr. Dansi.
All good.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so very much. Okay, so next on our roster, we have the Wilson House. Wilson, I can't wait to see what you have in store for us. All the best. Next, we have the Wilson House.
The paper was very interested after your call. Of course, I'll be recording this conversation for reference. You may begin now.
What do you think of when you picture the 80s? The excessive fashion, Star Wars, Michael Jackson, Mario, Zelda. Life felt like everyone was living like CAJCS. When you're happy, time flies. And those were the longest years of my life. And it all started on.
Jim, how come I wasn't invited to this man's dinner party last night?
You know, I really don't know. Why don't you ask them yourself? It's not like I went either.
I don't think you understand. This is outrageous.
Stella, please, not another one of these.
What do you mean? Don't you see a problem here? How can you ignore this blatant insult?
I really don't see what you want me to do. It's not like I made the invite list.
Of course you don't care. Why would you care? It's not like I'm your wife or anything. I saw what you did on set today. No self-respecting man would ever talk to their wife like that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was your fault. You messed up your lines. I had to be professional. Now see, I don't know when's the last time you worked, but on my set, everyone has to be equal. What would people say if I was partial towards my wife?
Partial towards your wife? What are you on about? Do you have any idea who I am? People would die to get me to sign with them.
Stella, please get your head out of the clouds.
If it's so bad, then why even work with me? Huh?
Maybe we shouldn't work together then.
Don't you dare walk away from me! You just want an opportunity to work with another actress. I knew it! I knew it, Jim! With your head always in the gutter, or have you recently started observing other women?
Is this why you've been working with me to keep an eye on me? I can't put up with this spectrum, and I'm done!
Don't you dare hit your wife at me! I swear to God,
What?
I will do that!
What are you gonna do? Hitting me with a candle stand or a bed was enough? What are you gonna do? Poison me next?
You know what? I might just do that!
The fact that you could even say something like that. If I had known that this was the real Stella Kingsley, I never would have married you.
What did I say about walking away?
Ah! What's wrong with you? You're insane, crazy. Get away from me.
I'm crazy. I not crazy! Just shut up! I wish you were dead! What were you doing?
Huh? What do you mean? I was just standing here.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait, are you Stella Kingsley? Oh my god, I'm a huge fan.
Leave me, I'm okay.
You're in some state. That day.
Don't ask. My husband is a huge pain. I can't stand him most of the time. I just don't know how to deal with him anymore.
What are you saying? Jim looks like a wonderful guy.
Of course, everyone thinks that. Successful actress marries a successful director. The perfect power couple. What could possibly go wrong? It's all a lie. You're all fools. In this industry, you're always working, always acting. Just different roles. Only we know each other. Me and Jim. We know each other better than anyone else does.
Seems like you guys should get along.
You won't get it. It's complicated. I see him at home and then again at work and then again at home. It's just so frustrating and a constant fight. But it wasn't always like this, you know.
Jim, can I come in?
Who is it?
Who do you think it is?
Jesus, you shouldn't be here right now. Get
Oh my
in.
God, Jim, what happened to you?
Stella happened.
Are you okay? How long is this gonna go on for? Look at what she's done to you. Look at the state of you, Jim. How can you be with someone like this?
I mean, does it even shouldn't matter? It's not like we can be together. I'll just have to stay like this till my death.
I don't know how you drink that red stuff. It'll kill you.
Not if Stella kills me first.
No, Jim, surely there has to be another way. This can't go on.
I mean, unless she were to fall off a cliff or something.
What if she was to trip over?
Get out, get out, get out. Go, go, go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
But that was then and this is now. Anyway, I feel like I've been talking for ages. Does this make any sense to you? It is his fault, right?
Jeez, that's some toxic relationship. I can't believe you guys are still together. However, have you considered that maybe you're the ones training him a bit too much?
What? I'm straining him. Ah! Have you even been listening to me? How am I the bad guy here?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Cool it. You guys sure do a good job of hiding it though. From what I saw on set, I could never tell.
Wait, you work on the Morbid Massacre with me. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, how could I have been such an idiot? Yes, Stella, just go talk to anyone on the street. They won't know you. What now? So you're gonna blackmail me? And I'm gonna see my marriage promise in the papers tomorrow. Stay away from me. Oh my god, I need to call my agent. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's all over. It's all over. It's all over. I'm finished, I'm finished, I'm finished. You stay away from me.
It's difficult for me to explain what it was like. The tension in his voice was always palpable. He used to wake up in the middle of the night. I could tell. It was almost inevitable.
5th fortnight of the 5th month, it shall.
No, cut. What's going on? Someone fix that damn lighting. And what are you saying? It's the 5th fortnight of the 7th month. Is that so hard for your tiny little brain to comprehend? And what is your expression? You're supposed to look enlightened, not deranged.
I did that scene perfectly, exactly how you wanted it, and I do not look deranged. Do I look deranged to you?
I can't. Joe, handle her. I'm out.
Joe, who?
No, Stella, you can't quit.
You're the agent, right? Get me on the job.
It was hard enough finding this role for you. Jim is the only reason you even got this part.
Yes, but now I don't want it. It's been a nightmare working with him and we constantly get into fights. Last night got especially crazy.
Wait, is that wound on his head you? Oh my god, Stella, this is a PR nightmare. What if someone finds out? Friends, neighbors? What if Jim tells someone? You could go to jail.
Oh, please. He provoked me. Also, I know Jim. He won't ever do anything.
I don't know what you're playing at, Stella, But if I were you, I would be very careful.
Yeah, whatever. Just get me out of this play and do another one.
No can do, Stella. There are contracts for a reason.
Hey, Kevin. You see that guy over there in the checkered shirt? What's his name?
Oh, that's Jacob. He's brilliant. Very young guy. New in the industry.
Yeah. I don't care. Fire him, please. Also, make sure he doesn't get a job in theatre ever again. It's too dangerous.
What? Why? Okay, sure. Whatever you say, boss.
Hi, Kev. Everything good?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, but you've been let go. You don't have to come to work from tomorrow.
Wait, what? Why? I've got a daughter, man.
I know, I understand, but these orders came from Stella Kingsley herself. I didn't really have a say in the matter.
How can she fire me? I knew she was nuts the very moment she started talking like that. I should have never talked to her. I know my daughter will do for me now too.
Are you gonna sit and take this? Stella Kingsley ruined your big break. She's the reason poor Lizzie's going to go hungry. She deserves to pay.
No. Everyone has a destiny, and destiny is preordained. You just need to be positive and work hard. Soon with your talent, you'll have a new job.
But I got a job with my own talent, and I don't have it anymore because of her.
Exactly. People like her deserve to go to hell. And I suggest you send her there.
What? No. Let the God judge her sins. You're but a mere human, Jacob. Don't let tough times cloud your judgment. This is not who you are.
Can you afford to stay like this? Are you that rich? Who cares if she dies? Are you her? She can only think about herself. She doesn't even care what happens to you.
How can you possibly be considering this ludicrous idea? You'll never get away with it.
Okay, fair. But she did fire him, right?
Yes.
So technically she took away his money?
Yes.
Exactly. Tomorrow night you're going to rob Stella Kingsley.
What? No. Why do you have to sin? There are so many other ways.
No. We go in, get the money, and leave. No harm done. It's as simple as that. She's filthy rich anyway.
That seems reasonable. I'm just getting what I'm owed.
Exactly.
This is not how the Lord would want you to act.
No, I think I can pull this off. I'm going to rob Stella Kingsley.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, my bad.
Hey, I know you. You work on the, what was it, Morbid Massacre, right? I've seen your work. You're pretty good.
No, I don't work there anymore.
Huh, that's all. What happened? Why?
I got fired.
Really sorry to hear that. Anyway, I'm Ash. I'm an agent. I'm looking to take on some new clients and we do pretty good. We should have a chat sometime.
Yeah, sure, sometime next week maybe.
Yeah, sure, works for me. Just swing by my office on Vine Street. Oh, that's a big night. Be careful with it. Don't want to kill someone.
I'll try not to.
Of course I didn't know. I had no way of helping him. Do you think I would have let it happen if I knew?
Sheesh, you scared me. Who even are you? Oh, is this about my costume fitting?
You don't remember me. We talked for like 3 hours on the street that day. Jacob.
Oh, you. What again? What do you want? Oh, you've come to kill me. How dramatic.
No, you're lucky. I'm not as evil as you. I still believe in a moral code. You had me fired for no reason and my daughter had to sleep hungry last night. All because of you. And of course, you have no remorse. Huh? To think that I ever looked up to you. People like you deserve to die!
you 100% sure about this?
Yes, Jim, I'm sure.
I really don't know. Something doesn't feel right.
And it's right for her to treat you this way? Come on. She had this coming and you know it. Now, are you in or not?
Hey, I'm with you.
Good. Then let's do this.
Let's do it.
She'll never see this coming.
She's not gonna get away with what she did to you. This is what she deserves.
Finally, we can be together.
Oh, please. Stop it with the sob story already. This is the industry. Learn. I was just trying to protect myself, just how you would for yourself. It's a cruel world, Jacob. Grow up. According to you, we all deserve to die.
Maybe, maybe not. I'm not the one deciding that. You see, I'm a fair man. All I want is the money that I'm owed. The money you took from me. I've come to collect my dues. Put the money in the bag!
You want money? Okay. How much do you make anyway? What, 50, 100 an hour? Here you go. Happy? Just get out now. I've had a long day.
Are you for real? What? No. You think you can just pay me off and all is forgiven? You're not even sorry for your behavior. You can't get away with this so easily. No, you're going to pay. God will reward me for killing people like you.
To your freedom.
No.
Jim, you know I don't drink red. Pour me some white.
Okay, but that stuff is disgusting. I'm not even sure how you're gonna drink it.
Sure, Jim, whatever you say.
Here you go, but I mean, it's your funeral.
Today, you begin a new life. How does it feel to be a free man?
No, I don't quite know. I'm just kind of letting it sink in, I guess. But here's to our future together.
Jim, are you okay? Jim? Jim? Someone help! Jim? Jim? Jim! Someone help! Jim! Jim!
I got here. She actually did. She poisoned me. Nothing.
Jim, no! Please! Someone help me! Jim! Jim! No!
Yes, that's how it happened. Or at least what I could find out. My father was a victim of circumstances and the self-indulgent people of this industry.
Riveting story, Miss Lizzie. But how do we confirm any of this? This is on the edge of conspiracy theory.
I have spent 20 years of my life trying to piece this together. But of course, nobody believes me, because who am I to know anything? It's been too long. You know, I get it. He wasn't perfect, but he was a good man. But good men who mess with destiny always end up paying.
So I never really knew you, God, I really tried to. Blindside, addicted, thought we could really do this, but really I was foolish. Hindsight.
Wow. Riveting, someone said in the play. Truly, really, Wilson House. Wonderful. Can't believe these were kids. Very good indeed. Very good. And now we wait for our judges.
I'm good.
Okay. Okay. Yes? Are we done? Thank you so much. And last, now we have, not the least, we have the farmer house. Let us see what farmer have up their sleeves. Farmer, go farmer.
Hi, Alia. We're so glad you agreed to do this interview.
Please, it's my pleasure.
Okay, so our first question is, what is your go-to brand for your iconic statement places?
Okay, no brand in particular actually, but just cute stuff I've seen on Instagram, and I think small businesses have the best stuff.
Our next question is, what was your journey like? How did you become the Miss Alia Ahuja?
Oh please, you're being so kind. Okay, so unlike my other colleagues, I didn't really have a lot of money growing up, so I really had to struggle into the corporate world. But what I'm happy about now is that I can finally give my parents the life they deserve. So
That's so nice, Miss Ahuja. Our next question is slightly more serious. We know you're really passionate about charity, so how do you feel about the claims that you've actually been embezzling funds from the Ahuja Charitable Foundation?
I really don't see the need to respond to these claims anymore, because what I've learned is that I should keep my mouth shut and let my work speak for itself. So
Wow, and you aren't concerned about the new evidence the journalist is saying he'll produce?
I mean, why would I be concerned if I have nothing to hide? And besides, the follow-up article was supposed to come like a while ago and it still hasn't, so I think that speaks for itself.
That checks out. Our next question is slightly more light. Who's your favorite actor?
Okay, so you've probably not heard of her, but her name's Ananya Kapoor and she happens to be one of my best friends.
Do you see, Rahul? This is the result of you begging for just a little while more for 2 whole weeks.
Can you relax? You wanted the evidence by today, right? I have it. Let me just open up the spreadsheet.
This better be good because I've really stuck my neck out for you.
This better be good. I've done at least 100 takedowns at this point, man. Have I ever let you down?
You've only done 4 and you've never gone after anyone as big as Alia Ahuja. More importantly, in your previous article you had no concrete evidence and now you're just taking this so lightly, which is completely unacceptable.
Yo. Proof.
What exactly am I supposed to be looking at here?
So it's a spreadsheet with the accounts of the Ahuja Charitable Foundation, right? And if you just look at this here, the highlighted part in red,
They've had profits in the middle of a global pandemic.
Okay, but slow down. Where did you get your information from? How do I know that it's actually accurate?
Doesn't matter where I got the information from. They've had 375 crore in profits, Anjali. That's ridiculous. That's the exact amount unaccounted for in the charity.
Okay, wait. Show me that sheet. And anyway, how is it that if this information is available to everyone, you're the only one who noticed that there was something wrong?
I don't know, I mean, I did some digging. And maybe I'm the only one who looks at Alia Ahuja for who she really is, right?
Rahul, they didn't make 375 crore in profits. They made 375 crore in losses. How could you miss that?
No. Just check again.
What do you mean check again? You need to check again. How could you let that
What? No. This is not what I had calculated.
That's it. This is done. No, it's done. It's done, Rahul. This is it. I'm cutting. This article is off.
You can't cut it.
Where's the real spreadsheet gone? This is what is happening? I need to talk to someone about this. Yeah, I should definitely tell Khushi.
So Rahul, you seemed very stressed over text yesterday, so let's just get right into it. How are you feeling today?
Not great. Yeah, not great at all actually. I think I told you about this project that I have going on at work.
The full Alia Ahuja thing.
Yeah, that's the one. I had enough evidence to tear that woman down for good. And now I don't know. I just don't know what's happening anymore.
So why don't you just talk me through how you're feeling? Rahul, talk me through how you're feeling.
This is not about how I'm feeling. It's about all the work that I put in, all the evidence that I gathered. I had everything. And now I have absolutely nothing.
But how's that possible?
I don't know how that's possible. What do you think I'm trying to tell you here?
Rahul, is it possible that you just made a mistake?
What? Made a mistake? Are you being serious? You really think I made a mistake? You, out of all people, Khushi, you're the only one who's ever believed in me. And now, she's acting like the rest of them.
You're right, Rahul. We're on the same team here. If you said you didn't make a mistake, then I believe you. I think maybe for your own closure, just to check once again, check your evidence.
Go over the evidence again? All I have been doing since yesterday is going over the evidence. I've checked the spreadsheet again and again and again. And every time I look at it, it pisses me off even more. I know what I had found. I know I'm not crazy.
I never said you were crazy. I just think maybe just...
You didn't say it. But you might as well have. I can see it in your eyes. You're judging me just like the rest of them.
I'm not judging you, Rahul. Okay.
No, you know what? This is all Alia Ahuja's fault. Who does she think she is? She thinks she can just steal from people and we're not going to realize. She thinks she can just get away with what she wants.
Rahul, maybe you're just misdirecting your anger at someone else. Maybe you're acting a little irrationally. Why don't you just take a step back, take a few deep breaths.
Take a step back from the situation. When my entire career is falling apart, you want me to take a step back?
Just think your own.
No, you know what? I don't need this right now. You've been ever so helpful as usual, and I don't.
So, just a few basic do's and don'ts, thank everyone, the management team, the janitorial staff, make it really sound like a team effort, the usual.
Shalini, how many times do I have to tell you that it is a team effort? I mean, why do you keep telling me that?
Yeah, whatever. Now, remember, anything comes up about the embezzlement article, you have to reply with, I think it's a poor attempt to tarnish my reputation and I'd rather not get into it right now,
I mean, I'd rather address it directly since I have nothing to hide, but since you're the expert, I have to listen to you.
bro, how have you been holding up?
Hey man.
How do you think I've been holding up? Listen, don't worry about it. It'll all blow over soon. You just, I think, have to wait it out for a bit.
Yeah, I see. You don't need to make excuses around us. Like, honestly, we get it. Sometimes you just can't make the deadline.
Excuse me? You think I'm making excuses? You really think I'm sitting here and making excuses for the two of you? You know, maybe it's slightly above your pay grade, Karan.
Okay.
But I know what I
Honestly,
found.
you expect us to believe that.
So what you're saying, Karan?
Okay, guys, we're getting a little heated up here unnecessarily. Let's just calm down and think positive thoughts here.
Shut up, Aman.
See, we're all here for you no matter what mistakes you may have made. And like, it's now all in the past.
Stop! I don't make mistakes. And why do you ever think I'd want your help? What have you ever done?
Okay. Now you're taking things a bit too far. We're just trying to be your friends
So
here.
stop trying. You can't even do that right.
But I mean, Rahul, think about it. Look, if you didn't make a mistake, what do you think happened? That somehow Alia Ahuja came and stole your case file, though? What?
News India. Wow. No, let me also see.
Keeping in mind how people have struggled during this pandemic, our corporate charity efforts remain constant and the ACF ramped up their efforts.
Speaking of the ACF, I wanted to ask you about the recent article which caused quite a stir, alleging that you have been embezzling funds from the foundation. What is your stance on these allegations?
I would like to know as well. Let's see what she has to say about it.
Well, I think I've spoken about this before, but we at the ACF and the Ahuja group don't feel the need to respond to such claims because we simply let our work speak for itself.
Strong words from Miss Ahuja there. And since no new evidence has surfaced, I guess your actions have spoken for themselves very well. Moving on, we have some callers for both of you tonight. We have our first caller from Mumbai. Rahul, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, yeah, thank you. So, my question is for Mrs. Alia Ahuja. How could you do this? How could you steal donor money? And on top of that, you dare to dismiss my claims. You act as if I'm the crazy one. Who do you think you are?
I am so sorry for this, Miss Ahuja. We were not expecting this.
Don't be. In fact, you know what? I think we settle this right now. My PR is going to kill me, but I'm not going to let my name be dragged through the mud any longer. So, Mr. Rahul, instead of hurling abuses my way, why don't you give us some concrete evidence right here on live TV when the entire country is watching?
I don't have any evidence. I don't have anything because you stole it all. I know you did. It had to be you. You must have hacked into my computer and wiped everything. Because you know I had you. And I'll prove it. You just watch out. I'm going to get you.
Hello?
Can't keep getting away with this. How dare she humiliate me again?
Hey man, did you see what went down last night?
Bro, how could I not? It's all over social media.
Dude, I just don't know what's going on with Rahul, honestly.
It's honestly shocking. He's acting so strange, and I genuinely thought he was getting better with anger management.
Bro, turn on News India right now.
Okay, wait.
Comes after the shocking news that Alia Ahuja, the highly successful industrialist, had her property vandalized and was physically assaulted by Mr. Rahul Kashyap, who arrived highly intoxicated outside the News India studio late last night after his explosive call to her on our panel. He is currently in police custody and has been denied bail. We have managed to acquire footage of his conduct from outside the studio.
Hey bro,
you ruined my life!
Wait till I get my hands on.
We received communication via a phone call from a medical professional who is verified to have been in close contact with Mr. Kashyap for years. The statement was,
Rahul's interest in Alia Ahuja began as a routine professional curiosity, but slowly he became obsessed with her and it morphed into something much more dangerous. In my opinion, he has become a threat to both himself and to those around him, and he must be kept in custody.
We also received communication from Rahul's publication stating that they have terminated all professional ties with him. We had also reached out to Alia Ahuja's office for a statement, but were told that she is not free to give a statement at this time. We will keep you posted with updates as and when they come.
What am I doing here?
Hi Rahul, it's so nice to finally meet you.
You! How did you even manage to...
Didn't you hear? I was so traumatized after your little outburst that I had a mental breakdown. Poor little me was holed up in my house for 2 weeks, only to come out to get closure from her assaulter.
Wasn't putting me behind bars enough for you? Why are you here?
3 days before my 8th birthday, a man showed up to my house. My parents were thrown off the property. I can still remember my mother crying, begging for some more time. That day, we lost everything. Just because your father couldn't keep his promises.
My? What?
The Kashyap Welfare Foundation. Ring a bell? Rahul, your whole life, you've got every single thing you wanted. You have no idea how hard I've worked to get here. People like you and your family just benefit off of people like us. And you have the audacity to come after me? How do you live with yourself, Kashyap?
So it really was you then?
What do you think? Hey guys, I know it's been a minute, but it's been a rough couple of weeks, as all of y'all know. I was assaulted and finally I have gotten better, which is all thanks to my incredible family and support system, who I know I can always count on. And of course, I did get professional help. So my therapist, who I consulted, she really helped me achieve my goal, and I couldn't have gotten through this without her.
Hi, Alia.
Hi, Kush. I mean, Ananya. How's our favorite patient doing?
How do you think he is? He's being driven insane courtesy of both of us.
I mean, that's why you're my favorite actress.
Well, you owe your favorite actor big time, okay, miss?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna divide the profits of my next charity anyway, so... Anyways, back to my big announcement. So, the Ahuja Charitable Foundation is now establishing a new charity, and we are going to help women who have been victims of physical abuse or assault. Of course, I'm very, very well aware of my privilege, so we're going to make sure that their identities are protected at all times. This cause is extremely close to my heart, so I really hope that our generous donors will continue to extend their support like they always have. Again, I'd like to say a big, big thank you to each and every one of you for your endless love and support.
Alia, are you sure you're okay?
What do you think?
Lovely. Just wonderful. I cannot believe these are kids who have done this. Too good. So we come to the end of the four-house presentation. Judges, it's your time now to step up and take the footlights and tell us what your opinion is. I would like to invite all the student participants before that to make an appearance. So guys, you may put on your cameras and your audio. And then we will ask our stunning panel of judges to give us their valuable feedback. Yeah, brace yourself, get ready. It'd be really nice if each judge, tells us her opinion. Yeah. So could we start with Ms. Lakshi?
Okay. So first of all, heartiest congratulations. Really, I'm thrilled to be here. And I know what it means to work in very constrained circumstances. I make documentaries. So I'm also restricted with cameras, with lights. There are no second chances. So we know how tough it is, and you all have done an outstanding job. Really, bravo to all of you. We are adapting in these new times, and honestly, of course, there's, Rail and Perizad, we were discussing, there's nothing like actually seeing all of you live, but given the present conditions, it has been absolutely engaging. So well done, all of you. Very happy to be here.
Thank you. Ms. Orabian?
So I'd like to thank the school for kind of inviting me to do this. It's been a while since I've watched a performance, and to see young children kind of put together something like this is just incredible. I messaged my daughter saying, listen, Zaha, you need to get your act together because there's such brilliant stuff happening. And it's so great to see the creativity, to see the script writing, to see how they're thinking. Vibha, I mean, the direction, the performances, everything. As an actor, of course, when I kind of transitioned from stage to film, the first thing I had to learn to calibrate was, reducing the performance, because the camera kind of magnifies everything and makes it kind of look over the top. So I kept reminding myself sometimes when some performances were kind of going really, loud, that, most of these kids are probably trained for stage and not kind of, they weren't able to calibrate the performance, for camera. But there were some such subtle and well nuanced performances. It was just so wonderful to see it, and it's amazing, that young kids can put together stuff like this. Really, I feel like an old dinosaur that's kind of really got to kind of at some point get her act together. But it's amazing, and what a fantastic way to spend my morning. Really fantastic. Thank you.
No, I'd just like to add that we did tell them to keep it as much theatrical as possible, so that it would be a dramatic show rather than a film show. We did tell them that. So, long takes, etc. We did tell them. Yes. Ms. Padamsi, your very valuable opinion.
Good morning, everyone. And really, on behalf of all of us, all three judges, thank you so much. It's really been very engaging. Thank you to the school, of course, the team. Amazing, amazing to put this all together. We can understand how much time it took, how much effort. Amazing. Let me start off by saying that, I can't believe that these are school kids who put this all together. The performances, the complex scripts, the plot lines, and the use of obviously technology. I just wanted to highlight some of the things that I really found very, very, very appealing. One was, of course, the camera angles. I thought everyone was extremely creative in their camera angles. Also their backdrops. their lighting. A lot of it, there were some scenes. I remember the scene with the candles. I remember the scene which goes into, like black and white, the flashback. So very, very interesting. They've obviously spent a lot of time on all of this, researching and obviously putting it all together. What I also particularly liked were the diverse topics that they used, that they chose from, and the complex plot lines. Nothing was straightforward. It wasn't A plus B equals C. No way. It went A to Z to Y to, all over the place. So definitely very diverse topics. Domestic abuse, they addressed domestic abuse. Vibha, you saw that, of course. And the dynamics of power equations, in relationships, fraud. But I have to mention that very interesting techniques they used. And, when they did the devil and the angel, that was, a huge eye-opener for all of us, I think. The whole news reading concept, with the 3 cameras, the ticker tape, the, it was very, very real. And of course, the WhatsApp chats that kept coming on, especially I think in the last play. So a lot of things that it wasn't just a straightforward kind of presentation. I felt that there was a lot of thought that went into it. And really, on behalf of all of us, I think you all deserve a huge round of applause. Really. Amazing. And for your first off on this kind of medium, the hybrid medium, I think it was really top notch. Very good.
Yes,
really
I agree. Very good. Very, very good indeed. So proud of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So it's time for us now to say a thank you to all of us, to all of you who have come here. So very heartfelt thank you to our very, very busy and beautiful judges for being with us today and giving us real valuable takeaways, which are actually a sign of your excellence and experience. Also, you've been extremely kind and encouraging and appreciative. Thank you to Mrs. Isaacs for giving us this opportunity, to the dramatic team of Dr. Parmar, Mrs. Neil Kantan, who facilitated the whole show fabulously, and Dr. Khan and yours truly. The IT team that has really been the wind beneath our wings. Thank you to our stellar PTA who have gifted us with the best and most appropriate judges today. And thank you to our wonderful student participants and teachers who were challenged and rose magnificently to the occasion. And thank you to you, the student viewers and teachers who have come in on this Saturday morning. Someone said there's a trick to the graceful exit, and it begins with the vision to recognize when a job is done and then let it go. With that, I say, so long. Rahul, this is for you. Farewell. And auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.